Joined with head coach Hilliary Scott from Lynchburg College men's basketball. They were picked number 6 in this year's preseason poll. Coach, let's talk a little bit about your squad coming from last year to this year. You've got some production you have to replace after losing Player of the Year Zach Burnett from last team squad. Talk a little bit about what you see from your team this year and where you think that production might come from.
Well, JJ, we've had probably the best offseason I think we've had in a long time as a collective bunch. Guys are really taking ownership into, getting their bodies where it needs to be. Guys who needed to get stronger got stronger. Guys who needed to lose some weight lost weight. The skill sets have gotten better since last year. Commitment has gotten better. Leadership. So I'm super, super excited about this bunch. I think we're going to have to rely a lot on the depth. Connor being our lone returning all-conference player. But I think we've got some guys that are potentially there that could step in and help us out in terms of just points, rebounds, assists, all those things that we need to help win games. So it's kind of uncertain and unknown in a sense that who will that be, but I'm hoping it's going to be a collective bunch of guys that help us be successful.
Part of that collective bunch will probably be some new players coming to this year's squad, whether they're returning players who didn't play a whole lot for you, some transfers in, or true freshmen coming through your program. Talk a little bit about maybe somebody early we just need to pay attention to. Maybe not if they have the potential to be star level, great, but just some people we need to watch as we see Lynchburg College take the court after November 15th.
Well, to be honest with you, we've got some guys who are returning from last year's team who played better towards the end of the season. I mean, you have Devontae Young, who's kind of been an off-and-on starter for us for his 2 years. Chance Green has been a guy who played a lot for us last year. Austin Wrighton is another person who played some. Logan Sechrist is another kid. So we've got some guys who played some minutes, significant minutes for us last year, who I think are ready to kind of step up their games and step up the production to help us be successful. They've shown it in workouts, they've shown it in practice, shown it in the off-season, shown in their leadership. And so I'm just excited to kind of see who's going to step up. But I'm hoping we're going to be a team that you're not going to be able to really rely or key on one guy. I'm hoping we've got several guys that will be able to step up. And we've had some of that over the last few years of, guys who've stepped up in different games, being someone different, in certain situations. And, I think if we can get that to happen, we'll have a chance to have some success.
When we take a look at the league, and that obviously is a formula that has worked for a lot of teams, having a deep squad that has any guy that can come up anytime. But when we take a look at the league right now, we got a lot of teams that do have that. Talk a little bit about what you see from the league this season, and if this is a year that we get right back to having multiple teams in the NCAA tournament with just one making it last season.
Well, I hope so, and it's been one the last 2 years. The year we won in 2016, we only had one team get in as well, so that's not like us. So I would assume that's the outlier these last 2 years. I'm assuming we're going to get some teams in this year. I think as a collective bunch, I think we'll talk to all the coaches. We got to get better in our out-of-conference wins and losses. We got to get better at that. But in terms of in-league, I don't see any different. It's brutal. No one wants to play each other. We're going to beat up on each other, and I think the games will be as good or better than it's been in my 10 years that I've been here. We've got some really talented players, obviously some unbelievable coaches, and that's a formula for another good year of basketball. I think this year, I think Guilford has with everyone coming back and kind of separated themselves, I think, but really everyone else, I think is going to be fighting, and not to say that no one can compete with Guilford. I think Tom would say that. There's going to be some really good teams. But I think this is one of those years where if you're not ready to play, you might have a chance of getting beat home or on the road.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for joining me today, and good luck this season.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.